Yeah, we do, but like every 2 minutes last year, it was like, hey, Adrian, I need the 745 RC adapter for the 9P22X2Y. And I'm like, so we just started emulating that, and we've become really good Martin impersonators now. So as soon as we get rolling here, we'll be ready to go. So everybody having a good time so far? Still early, still early.
Take your seat.
All right, everybody, welcome to DerbyCon 4. So it's amazing. When we first started this, you probably heard the story a million times, but it's something that's near and dear to all of ours. And Adrian was putting together a Metasploit class here in Louisville, and asked if I can come talk, and Martin and a few other folks, and I know Alex Kah was there, and a lot of us. And we went to this thing, and we were expecting, what was it, like 15 people?
I think you were thinking about maybe 20, 30 people.
20, 30 people. How many did we get?
Well, we ended up getting like 70 to 80 signups.
Yeah, so we ended up getting about 70, 80 signups. And so we're sitting there doing this Metasploit class, and we're all sitting there at the pizza shop afterwards. That was some dive pizza shop, I remember. That was actually pretty good. The beer there was good. That's it. Oh, is it? Okay, sorry. It wasn't a dive at all, sorry. But we're all sitting there around the table, and we're like, it would be really awesome to start a conference here in Louisville. I really, we all really love the area, the 4th Street Live. It kind of contains its own self-ecosystem, and what we talked about was how much we learned, during that Metasploit class. I remember Elliot was giving some stuff on exploit dev, and Ken Neff, and it was just a great time where we learned a lot of things, and we missed that because, I came from DEF CON, back at the Alexis Park days, where it was more intimate, and and it's a different beast now, and it's a great experience to go to, and DEF CON's phenomenal. But we wanted to kind of recreate that family feel here, where everybody learns and shares and comes together, and that's really been the focus and themes of what we try to do and accomplish here. So, welcome everybody. Who's the first time coming here right now? Wow, that's awesome. Well, welcome to the family. People you want to stay away from on this table? I'm just kidding. But it's all fun and friends here. So please be respectful of everybody else. Don't do anything crazy. I saw a tweet yesterday that said, I heard DerbyCon was the con that you can come to and almost use the Wi-Fi. Almost, right? So we like to keep that almost, right? We like to keep it so that people feel comfortable using Wi-Fi. Stay away from Bash, all right? And I think Jeff blew up the internet with the DHCP remote code execution yesterday, so we apologize for that as well. But seriously, it's a family feel here. Be nice to one another. Everybody's welcome, but at the same time, be nice and gentle to everybody else that's on the network doing things. Stay away from the kiosks. Don't give the Hyatt a rough time. Do everything you possibly can. Also, quick mental note: if you're vaping, there's no law in Kentucky that says you can't vape. But we please ask you to not do it in the hallways. At least go outside or do it in one of the side rooms or in here or something. And just don't do it in the hallways. If we can, keep out of there as much as possible. That'd be greatly appreciated. And no real smoking inside. That's like unspoken, right? I don't have to really say that. So we saw some guy yesterday who was barely wobbling with a cigarette in his arm. He's like, already starting off to a good DerbyCon, so it's great. So welcome. I really think that this is going to be one of the best years yet. We started planning this. Well, it seems like it gets easier every year, but then it also gets harder because we add more things and try to do things a little bit differently to make it better. And so I just want to give a big round of applause for everybody that made this possible. The staff, the guys over here and the gal over here, Erin, who keeps us all in line. Trust me, it's really a difficult challenge. I like to put in perspective what Erin has to deal with. We were going through call for papers, and it really should have been maybe a 2-hour call max, and it was like 4 hours, and we went on a complete tangent about who knows what, and it was definitely over 18 conversations going on here. And Aaron's like, guys, can you go on and focus and just can we get the call for papers done, and so we can actually do the conference this year? And we're like, all right, we're going to do 5 more minutes of the ADD stuff, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to do the rest of it. So she keeps us in line and does everything well. And Martin, I'll talk about the sound system here this year, but I apologize ahead of time if you have ears at the end of this. Has anybody seen DJ Slurp yet? No? No DJ Slurp? All right. Is Nickerson here? It's not here. All right, good. So that was Nickerson last year, and if you missed it, he dressed up and had a big entourage going around him and getting into all the clubs, and it made a big deal. So people were like taking pictures of him, thinking he was a celebrity, and it was amazing. It was the personality too. I mean, he went into full character mode. It was wonderful. Scott, you want to come and talk about Capture the Flag? Where's Scott at? Here we go.
So we're in the 4th year here for the Capture the Flag. The first year, before DerbyCon 1, Dave goes, hey, do you want to run the Capture the Flag? I said, well, sure, that's easy, right? All right, we need a scoreboard. Okay, so I write one. We're using the same scoreboard today, some modifications. The first year we had a little Linksys wireless router. I think we had 30, 40 people. That was about it. Last year you guys blew us away. We ran out of DHCP reservations. We've had to bump up lots of different things. We learn from you guys every year what you do to our network. Some of it's good, most of it's bad. At any rate, last year, 47 flags. This year, we have 1,024. I think we have 55,101 points, I believe. No negative points this year, and for those of you that may or may not have played before, we style it after a penetration test for all skill sets. So if you've never hacked before, you'll probably get some flags. If you're a seasoned hacker, we put some stuff in there we don't even intend for you to ever get. There's everything from wireless this year. I hope you brought your wireless gear, which I've heard a lot of groans when they hear that. We have wireless, forensics, web app stuff, all sorts of different things. We really haven't simulated a real-world environment. And this year it was nice. I taught the OWASP Top 10 class, and we have 2 gentlemen that have spent a ton of time. There's really 3 people. First off, Dave. We're all trusted second employees, the 3 of us that are working on it. And he allowed us to spend billable hours on the Capture the Flag. So he volunteered our time. So thank you. So we have Rick Hayes and Jeff Walton. If you raise your hand, we're right down front here. These 2 gentlemen spent a lot of time. And the last 2 days, 12-plus hour days in the hotel room getting things ready. Last year we had 2 Mac Minis, 8 gigs of RAM apiece. This year we have the little trash can server style, 64 gigs of RAM, plus the 2 Mac Minis. We've got some wireless gear that's been donated, so expect a lot more things to do this year. You're not going to be bored, stuck in one thing. There's going to be more than enough for you to do. Top prize, we've got this guy. Rumor has it, what was it, $4,000+ on eBay? So if you'd like this guy, you can win it. You just have to be the top scorer, the top team, and the Capture the Flag. This year, we've gone with even more prizes. Last year we had 8. This year we have 10. We've got the black badge. We've got Pony Express Pwn Pad, an iPad Air, Beats by Dre, the Pill portable speaker, a couple Raspberry Pis, $100 Amazon gift cards, $50 for iTunes. It starts at noon in the conference theater. That's on this level, diagonal across from the escalators by the windows. It's kind of around the corner. Yeah, the theater seats are nice and comfy. We're not going to be crammed in like before. I mean, we'll probably run out of seats, but you know, it's a nice, comfortable room. And we have wireless throughout the area. We also have several wired connections in there. If you haven't followed on Twitter, we've asked you to bring your own cables. We've ran out in the past and things like that. It starts at noon today. The room will be closing each day. Today it's noon to 9 p.m. The room will be open, and the wireless will be open all night long. We've added some things to revert VMs automatically, so hopefully we don't have any VMs going down like we've had in past years throughout the night. Saturday 9 a.m. to 5:30, Sunday 9 a.m. to 1. We'll be hanging posters in that area and around, and we'll also tweet out information on how to get on the network. Once you get on the network, there's an IP address to go to with the scoreboard. It has rules. It's a self-registration system. Choose a team name, password, things like that, and then once you find flags, you can submit them. The flags may or may not be obvious. A lot of them will say flag equals this, or the flag is. Other ones, such as cracked passwords or phrases. So Yankee Doodle Dandy, something like that. Some phrase that obviously does not belong should be submitted. Anything that you think might be a flag, submit as well. We no longer have negative points, so if you think something's a flag, just go ahead and submit it. Did I miss anything, guys? Looking forward to seeing you, and enjoy.
So if you're new to DerbyCon, this is your first time, which a lot of you folks are, just to kind of give you a layout, okay? We have things going on downstairs and this floor as well. I have a tendency to break mics. We have a layout here. There's a lot of events going on through the entire weekend. Now, note that, things happen, cancellations happen, things like that. So check the schedule on the website. The schedule and abstracts page on the website is where you're going to get the most latest and greatest up-to-date things that are going to be out there. So we have a lot of events I wanted to run through really quick. We got the Kali Linux Dojo, which the folks from Offensive Security are coming here to teach multiple hours of hands-on Linux training with Kali. I highly recommend it. That goes Saturday. The schedule's online, the schedule and abstract. It's going to be a really awesome course. I highly recommend you go do it. I think it's at the Keeneland. It's at the Keeneland, which is directly across from here. Directly across to the right there, sorry. The right? It's nowhere where I was talking about at all. It's to the right of the... It's in the Hyatt somewhere. It's to the right by the elevators there. Whose slide is it anyway? Or whose slide is it? If you haven't done to that, it's hilarious. Raph does a great job. Oh, slideshare roulette this year, I guess. I'm sorry. Slideshare roulette. Are you smarter than a CISP? We also... It's a good chance. So we also have zombie face painting. It's going to happen Saturday. So if you want to get your face donated, or your face donated. We're really kicking off the zombie apocalypse hardcore here at DerbyCon. So if you want to get your face painted, all the proceeds go to Hackers for Charity, and Valerie Thomas is going to be doing that. I heard she had some luggage trouble. Hopefully she's here now and doing well. She is? Oh, good. Oh, great. And so, I already talked about being gentle and everything. I get the disclosure out there, but again, I focus and emphasize on, listen, we're all going to have a great time. Be respectful. I know we're probably going to be drinking a little bit here and there. A little bit, I probably understand. Be respectful of people even while you're, kind of out there, kind of tipsy and everything else. Be friendly to everybody. This is really trying to be, here to all learn and everything. So, please keep it on the equal side. And there's no rock stars here. We're all peers. We all learn from each other. Every talk I go to, I learn something new every single time, and that's really what it's about. We all have individual experiences that we share, and it's really important for us to learn from each other. So back by popular demand. I don't think it was popular demand, but we're doing it anyway. A couple of years ago, Serbo here comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, here," and it was Smirnoff Ice. And I don't know if you've ever had Smirnoff Ice, but cold, it's absolutely horrible. Warm, it's even worse. And so he hands me a warm, hot, boiling Smirnoff Ice, and he's like, "You got iced." I'm like, "What's that?" And this is before the ice challenge got cool. We really started the ice here, I think, I'm just kidding. But, so the ISIS challenge is basically, and I'll let Serbo go through, but, you have to chug the ice and you can ice somebody else and it kind of goes along. And you can get protection with wristbands, but I'll let Serbo go through everything. And then I think we have a couple surprises for a few members in the audience here.
Sure. So basically, it's a great opportunity if you don't know someone or you want to, give an opportunity to talk to someone. It's an icebreaker. So you can pick up a bottle, give it to someone. Yeah, literally an icebreaker. So I have a bunch. I don't know where I'm going to put them, probably like Hackers for Charity, but they also have these black little bands that allow you protection, see right there. So if you have one of these, it's protection. It has to say Derby Ice on it. But I got Dave to agree to this thing. So if you have a bottle that has more than the amount of black bands that he has on his hand, you can still ice him. And well, I'm sure we'll get other people can too, except for Erin. She's actually allergic to this. Like she was breaking out as she was drinking one last night. So there are 2 ice bottles taped to somewhere in the crowd. So if you could look underneath your chair.
Now, if you're under 21.
Yeah. Yes. But we're going to do something different this year. We're going to do something different. Last year I made the guy drink it. This year, I want you to ice someone next to you who's 21. There's one over there. I see it. Yeah. Hold it up. Okay, that's perfect. You're going to ice somebody else. Find someone you don't know right now and give it to them and make them drink it. They will remember you for the rest of the con. They'll be like, I know you. Remember me? I iced you the other day. Yeah, stand up. Let's do this. Chug. He's beating you. Look at this guy. He's destroying you. Yeah. What's that? Oh, yeah. So there was a story. So we were driving across the United States, and we're calling up Walmarts. So we're like, hey, do you guys have, is that the story you wanted me to tell? Oh, okay. So actually there's probably like a scam going around because literally we'd be driving and we'd be put on hold and they would go and search the cooler if how many packages of ice they had. So they probably like sent out an alert like there's people pranking, and because if we pass the exit, we're like hang up and we call the next one. Like, so finally we downloaded Walmart's app and we scanned the bottom of some ice that we already had, and so we could like look at their inventory. So
I like how you had ice in the car.
Yeah. It's because we'd go and we'd clear them out. So we're probably like skewing their numbers. Like, we need to stock this up. But, yeah. So I'll let you actually tell the story. No? Okay.
I iced Aaron yesterday, and I slept on the couch. So, just kidding.
So, yeah, if you want a band for protection, Hackers for Charities, they don't even know about this. This is amazing. They're like, what? So I'm going to drop off these bands, and you can purchase them for $5 for protection. And also have ice out for you guys, too, as long as you're 21 to participate. So thanks.
I'd like to say a special thanks to Fishnet for actually sponsoring the Ice Challenge. So we get a quick round of applause for the Hyatt. Isn't it awesome? You guys see the Twitter battles? The staff here every year, time and time again, is absolutely amazing. I mean, they accommodate anything that we possibly need. They're always on top of things. They're battling us on Twitter, taunting us, and we're taunting them right back at them. I think Ben 10 had a picture of, what was it, Best of the Best, and it had the guy like this, this thing, I'm coming for you, Hyatt Lou, and Hyatt Lou responds back, well, that's not weird or anything. It's just, it's wonderful to have these folks here, and every year we just love coming back to this venue because they treat us so well. And just some of the things that we saw here, they tweeted our impenetrable fortress of beer, and they, captured all their kegs up there, and Tim Tome said, hey, DerbyCon, could a venue be any cooler than Hyatt Lou? And they're even doing things like, having a beer expert come in and talk about beer and things. Who's the beer expert? Where's he at? Binary Brew? No? All right. But, it's just wonderful here to have the team to support us, and they're just great every single year with us. And they deal with all of our craziness. Just a quick funny story, and you'll actually see it in our talk in a little bit. But so we're in the back here, and there's some double doors, and the double doors, are locked. You can't push into it. Nickerson comes up to me, and he's like, hey, dude, you come here. He's like, you get that little vaping thing, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I think there's something really cool we can try. I'm like, what's, okay. He's like, just go to this thing and start blowing smoke through the doors. You start blowing through the smoke through the doors, and all of a sudden the door opens. It triggered the motion sensor on their side. Well, the funny part about it was there was 3 staff sitting there. All they see is big plumes of smoke flying into the door, and I'm like, you know, and they're totally cool. You know, they're great folks. But you know, which is probably why we shouldn't be smoking in the hallways. By the way, that's the reason why they came in. My special thanks to all the staff. Again, a special thanks to all the staff and the team. I mean, they're just wonderful. Every year they help us out so much. I mean, everybody that makes this con possible, from the video to the registration desk to the security team, everybody that makes this possible. Seriously, we couldn't do it without everybody making this a team event, because it is a family and we work like a family. It's been great. So a round of applause for the team here.
So I'm going to go all security right now. I was just told that there's a few people that are taking up 2 seats, and we got some people that really need to sit down. So
2 here, 3 here, 3. Got plenty of seats.
thank you.
Anybody want to run this at all? Good.
Real quick, I want to say thank you to the security team. Every year it keeps getting better and better and better. I can't believe it's our 4th year already. It's pretty crazy, but could not do it without Banshee, Zero, Archangel, Jim, and if I didn't mention you, it's just because I'm in front of a lot of people and my brain goes blank when that happens. So, but it really makes it easy because you guys are not hard to deal with, and want to thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys a lot. So.
So just real quick, I know we want to get on with the talks. We're running a little bit late. We're sorry, but we got 2 parties this year. I do know there's some other stuff going on, but we got 2 parties that are in this room. They're free. I don't have the exact times, but they're after the talks are over, 9-ish each night. The first night we have Narla opening up, and then Rants, and then we have Dual Cores. Anybody ever heard of Dual Core? That's going to be going on this evening, and then tomorrow night we have same thing here. We have a DJ Sci-Fi, another short set from Dual Core, and then this band called Infected Mushroom. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of them. So they'll be playing here Saturday night. That's all free. All you need is a badge to get in, and there's drink tokens floating around for drinks for those parties, and awesome. Beer's free. Free beer.
How many guys? Yeah, beer is free both nights, by the way. A special thanks to all of our sponsors, our diamond sponsor, Firehost. Thank you so much for the sponsorship. Like, seriously, without these sponsors, we really couldn't make this possible. I mean, really, it's because of them that we're all here right now. So go by their booth and just say hi and give them a hug. They like that. They like that. They're probably used to it, so just hold it there for a little while. It's fine. Not to take away from Jason Street's awkward hugs. Okay, it's a whole other level. Just go up and hug them, hold it there, and just wait a little bit and see what happens. It's all good.
Dave, we should mention the virtual Dave out there. Don't hug that.
Listen, I have one. I don't have many quirks, okay, but one of my biggest quirks is seeing myself. Aaron thinks I do apparently. Like, I forget to flush the toilet in the morning when I take a shower. It happens, right? You know what I mean? Like every day, but. Listen, I can't help my caveman instincts, okay? It's just, that's how we were designed. I know a caveman had a toilet that flushed and everything. Anyways, sorry to get sidetracked. Again, that's why she keeps us in line here. I get sidetracked. No, but seriously, the one quirk I have is seeing myself, and I can never see myself on TV or see myself in person. So you're going to see me like running back and forth past that thing and telling you to burn it with fire, but really don't burn it with fire, please, because it's not, but it's really cool. It's a cool, neat thing there, but hologram Dave. But seriously, without our sponsors, let's give our sponsors a round of applause here, because we really could have done it without them. Secondly, the folks that came out here to speak and share your knowledge. Without that, we wouldn't be here learning from you. Your experiences make it valuable for us to understand what you've done and how you do things, whether it's offense or defense or new to the industry, or, I know Mono has his kid coming here. Ruben, is Ruben here? No, not yet? Okay. Why don't you get in a little bit later? But, I mean, it's cool because we have kids here talking about how InfoSec is changing their lives and what they're doing and what they're seeing as a kid, you know, and he's got his own company, his own app store, you know, apps in the app store and everything. I'm like, he's like a kid, you know, and this is awesome. So that's what this is all about. I mean, and so please, you know, next year, submit. I mean, you might think that, hey, I'm not, you know, somebody of importance. That's not the case. You are somebody of importance. We're all the same level here, and it's really what it's all about. And I'd just like to take a special thanks for all of the staff, or all the speakers that submitted for this, because, again, we wouldn't have a DerbyCon without you guys, all right? I got two more things to do. And last but not last but not least, but a special thanks to all of you, because without all of you, there wouldn't be a DerbyCon. Coming here from time to time. Anybody here that's been at every 4 years in a row? Wow, that's awesome. Welcome back. So thank you all so much for coming here and making DerbyCon what it is and giving it that feel, because again, we wouldn't have this family feel if you didn't come to it and make it the best. And I just want to give a shout out for who's going to be our keynote coming up here in just a second. Johnny Long, you may be aware of, is our keynote this year. And you know, Johnny is one of those folks that I really, truly admire and respect in the industry. And it's funny, the first time I met him, I went like all fanboy, like, I'm like, oh my God, it's Johnny Long, you know, I was like doing the dance, you know, and everything else. And, you know, he's one of the most humble guys you will ever meet. And, you know, what he's doing with Hackers for Charity and his whole team that supports him is just absolutely wonderful. And if you're not familiar and this is your first time, every year we continue to try to beat our records from the prior years to raise enough money for the charity so that Johnny can keep everything that he's doing in Uganda going alive. And every year I think we pretty much beat DEF CON, which is, you know, how many times larger than this conference? Just kind of shows you what we do. And we just had that black badge sold for $4,000. We're going to sell another black badge at the end of the conference. You know, and we're going to be doing, you know, events and things like that. So definitely stop by his booth and support the cause. It's really important to us, and hopefully it is for you too, because what he's doing is really right. All right? So welcome to DerbyCon. Have a great time, and we'll be kicking off our first keynote here in just a few minutes. Thank you.